Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my thought process has been contemplative. Over 4 hours of weeding my garden, and I have to tell you that, well, it's my lawn actually, but I have to tell you that it felt like such a wonderful time to do some contemplation. And I just allowed the universe to direct me as to what kind of things might float through my mind. And today it was all about trust. So, of course, when I came back in, I found this fantastic quotation message. It says, "Trust is letting go of needing to know all the details before you open your heart." Trust is letting go of needing to know all the details before you open your heart. And the reason this was so fitting is because I started thinking about trust and contemplating and reflecting on how is trust built, right? So within ourselves, oftentimes, if we are doing something that we try and we're successful in, and something good comes from it. So something good meaning something that makes us happy, or something that lifts our spirits, or something that makes us feel accomplished. And I thought about, okay, what kind of things would I relate to trust? And certainly, I think about relationships, which I know is coming through a lot of my work with clients right now. I also think about trusting myself in terms of business direction or schooling direction or learning. Also think about trusting the universe, because of course I am very much into expanding consciousness, and talked about faith a little while ago, and it's certainly a strong part of what I believe is directing me. And that's a trust, right? It's trusting in something that's unknown. And certainly it's a course that I'll be teaching too, is about creating a vision and being able to experience something phenomenal from what is unknown at this time. So it's a creative process. And of course, there's ways to do this. But I come back to trust. And trust, I was thinking that, there's so many different times in my life that I have worked with a feeling of trust. Now, this does not mean that I've only experienced good things in my life because I trusted that something good was going to happen and something good happened. Today, I can see that no matter what happens in the things that I fully trust, something good comes out of them. So, all of the things that I have done in my life, and I have been through good times and not good times, like all of us, but I will say that the best of me has come out in the times that I have been fully trusting. And I love that. I think we all know that no matter how much we plan for something, and we can use our human minds to think about, this is going to be just right because if this falls into this place and this place, this will happen next and this will happen next. And nothing happens that way, right? Because all of the best made plans, right? It's a matter of sometimes the universe or God has a different direction for us, or something happens. So all these people who are thinking of traveling during COVID time would be an easy example. We can think that I know I'm going to get away on this vacation, and then COVID hit, right? So there's a lot of different things that happen in life. So let's say, for example, you're working at a company that goes out of business, and you thought for sure you're just going to work until retirement, but you didn't get to make it to your retirement age or the intended time that you were thinking of retiring, because the company stopped functioning. It went out of business, or it closed down, or it didn't succeed in the way that it was intended to. And so then your job got affected. So again, all of the best plans that you might have in your mind don't necessarily materialize. We all know this. The best thing that we can do, though, is fully trusting. And there's a very positive energy that comes from that. So in this, I found that, when I was contemplating everything that I've had phenomenal experiences in, and I've had some really happy experiences in my life, some experiences that are not so happy. Yet, I know that when I am thinking about when is it that it's been the best, it's really been when my full trust has been in something. And that I have control of, right? I have the ability to be in that space anytime. So we know that with no matter how much thinking we will do, we need to find a spot that we can trust to do a next step, no matter what it is. So whether it's in business, whether it's in how well you sleep at night, it's a simple thing, or how well you eat, all of these things, I trust myself to get to this next goal. So then, of course, I found another quotation, which was by Germany Kent wrote this. He said, Step out on faith and walk into your purpose. Step out on faith and walk into your purpose. So this is like the video I'd made about taking a step, right? Where we're kind of not so comfortable about lifting our foot from a space that seemed comfortable. But when you have an awareness of this is drawing to me, this is pulling me, there's something enjoyable and exciting about any step that you take in that mode. And when you can train your mind to be very aware of what are the things that thrill you and excite you, you can step out in faith. Then I wanted to finish this video with a quotation by Rumi, but before that I will make sure that I'd love for you to think for just 5 minutes after this video and think about one space that you have stepped out in faith or where you have let go of something. Like all of the details, right? So I was just looking at the quotation that I started this with. In terms of when you're thinking about, I've got to look at all of these details, and you didn't. Maybe you just went with your heart with something. Maybe it was something as simple as the movie you wanted to watch, that you've never heard of a movie, and one day you decide to, get this from Netflix or watch it with a friend because they recommended it or they thought it would be good, or they just had it available, they've never watched it. And you just decide to watch it. And the things that you do with your heart, such an awesome feeling. So if you are able to think of one thing that you've been able to do a full faith, feeling awareness of, I did this activity on an action through my heart, not my mind of knowing all the details. This is something I did with my heart. Remember one time for 5 minutes, just remember one time. And if you can't remember a single time that you have, why not try today? Do something with your heart. Don't think about, is this good or not good for me? Is this exciting or not exciting? Just think, does this give me this satisfaction in this moment, here, now? It could be as simple as taking a break earlier than you normally do in a day. Something as simple as that, and then fully enjoy it with your heart, right? So step out on faith and walk into your purpose. And I'm leaving you with this quote by Rumi, which I think is very fitting for what I'm speaking about today. He says, "Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray." Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. What you really love could be the relationship that you're in. What you really love could be the type of work you want to do. What you really love is how you're going to spend the next hour. Stay in that space and understand that when you're really loving something, it's coming from your heart, not from your mind, and there's power in that. So I leave you with that today, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.